So this is what this live stream is about. But today I am going to start off with talking about how you can increase your wins when trading. Making a profit with trading, as many of you have already found out, is not so much about that one win or that one loss. It's more about your wins outnumbering your losses. Now that needs a certain level of consistency, and also needs a good, decent strategy. And to be honest, not just one strategy, but you do need more than one strategy. Why do you need more than one strategy? Because the market is not doesn't have just the one mood. You know, we have the two basic trends. Hi, I can see Johnson. How are you? Good to see you. And talking about the markets, you know, we're currently in a bearish market. No, we're currently in a bullish market. So the trend, all in all, is upwards, which is good. Because for those of us who like to go long, I don't generally short stocks or coins. Yes, you can subscribe for those questions for now. So we're in a bullish market. Johnson, let me know how long you've been trading. Do you trade cryptocurrencies? Let's know where you are streaming in from. I'm always interested to know where you're streaming in from. So what I want to start with today is I just want to start with talking about moving averages. So let me know also in the box, Johnson. Let me know, do you use moving averages? And if you do, which ones do you use? Which one of the moving averages do you use? I'll be talking about the larger moving averages today, which are the 50-day, the 100-day, and the 150-day moving averages, and why they're important to your trading success. So why are these moving averages so important to being consistent as a profitable trader? Every trader makes those losses. We have those losses because the market just is the way it is. You know, I like to describe the market as being moody. You think 1 minute that you're in a bearish market, the next thing is looking bullish. You think you're in an uptrend, and the next thing it's just reverses on you. And so because of that, it's important to have different strategies. Now, this is one strategy that I've found to work for me. And now I do trade stocks on the New York Stock Exchange, and I do most of my trading there. And I do trade cryptocurrency, but I trade stocks a little more than I do cryptocurrency. So Johnson, okay, you've been trading for about a month and a half. Good. So you're in a good place. You're learning. Believe it or not, I've been trading so many years now, but I still have things I need to learn. I still have strategies I want to add to my portfolio of strategies. I want to be able to increase my wins. I want to be able to reduce my losses. Okay, and you're calling in from the UK in Reading. I believe that's south of England. But anyway, it's good to have you. Okay, so Friday was Good Friday, and so the stock markets closed here. I'm not sure about different parts of the world, but here, the New York Stock Exchange closed on Friday. Thursday, I traded Tesla. So I'm going to pull up some of my charts. I hope you can see. Let me think. I'm going to pull up my Tesla chart. And the reason why I'm pulling up my Tesla chart is because I traded Tesla just this past 2 days, and I actually made a good win. And I want to explain why I traded Tesla, and I hope it can help you when, yeah, Southeast England. And I hope it can help you when you, doing your trading journey. Now, looking at Tesla, now this is a daily chart. Looking at Tesla, we can see it's really difficult to understand whether is it bullish, is it bearish, because we start off here in this very nice bullish trend. But something happened around here, which was February, And this stock just kept on tanking. So I don't know how many days that was, from February 2nd all the way down to now. That was over a month, a month worth of the stock just showing up red more days than green. And so this yellow line, now this is the important line. I think you can see that price action fell through the 50-day moving average. It fell through the blue 100-day moving average right there. And it comes down to the 150-day moving average. And now the 150-day moving average, all these moving averages work out to being support or resistance, depending on which way you look at it. But in this case, it is support. Why is it support? Because you can see over here on the bullish end of things, price action was trading above all these moving averages, including this yellow, all-important yellow 150-day EMA. But when price action starts coming down, the more levels it drops down, the more bearish the direction is, the more bearish the trend. So it breaks through the red, it breaks through the blue. It actually broke through the yellow support. So it broke through the 150-day moving average on the 8th of March. But what happens the very next day? There's a bounce. Now, this is where you can get into a trade when there is a bounce of a major moving average. It bounced off the yellow. Not only did it bounce off the yellow, but in the same day, it broke above the blue. If you entered into the trade right down here, let me draw. Okay. Actually, I like to make this white. Okay. If you entered into the trade at the white line, you would come away profitable for the day. Very important. So I purchased 3 call options. Now, for those of you who are more seasoned traders, maybe you trade futures or even you trade options, you will know that buying 1 option is equivalent to buying 100 shares. But it's cheaper than buying 100 shares. It's riskier than buying 100 shares, but it's cheaper than buying 100 shares. So I bought 3 options, which was the equivalent of 300 shares. And that was a profitable trade. So that's talking about Tesla. Now I want to come off of Tesla and move into the coins. And either this one or this one. Okay. Well, the main one I want to talk about is this, BAND. Now, BAND, USDT, yes, BAND and Tether. BAND, I think I got this from a trading signal platform that I'm subscribed to. And to be honest, I don't really use trading signals except for this one. And that's because I don't really use trading signals, but I do have a subscriber who used it and needed me to help her with setting it up. And so I started looking into it, and it's actually called, I'll put it in the box. For those of you who are maybe interested in trading signals, it's called My Crypto Paradise. I hope I got the name right. mycryptoparadise.com. Anyway, something like that. And so they do send out occasional trade calls when they have done their analysis, they've done their charting, and they believe that these coins are going to have a big move anytime soon. So this is where I put this particular coin on my watch list. And that's another thing I tend to I tend to encourage that you use watch lists. Now, another popular question on my Telegram platform is, and this is exactly how the question comes. It's like, oh, I wish I had gotten into this coin before it moves. Can anybody tell me how to get into these coins before they move? So there's a coin that's moved up 20% overnight, 30%, 15%. Of course, you want to have been in on that coin before the move. And the only way I really know how, aside from subscribing to trading signals, and that can be useful as well, the only other way to be in on coins before they move is to have them on your watch list from the previous move. Now, the previous move might have been 2 days prior, 2 months prior, hopefully not 2 years prior. But the point is you would have it on your watch list, keeping an eye on it. So in this case, the previous move, I would say, was here. The previous big move was the 6th of March, and it moved from $12.39. It moved over 3 days. It moved to $15. So it moved up about $3 over 3 days. That's a good size move to make a decent profit. So assuming you missed out on these 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles, okay, so what you do, you draw a level. Draw a level. Get very comfortable with drawing levels, because this white level represents resistance. At this point, it's resistance. Why is it resistance? Because you can see price cannot get past the white level. It tries over here. It's constantly trying. It tried over here. Over 3 days, it couldn't get above that price level. It tries over here. It can't get by. So that's a good, strong resistance. You want to be on board when it does eventually move up, which it did on this day, the 31st of March, which was, 3 days ago? It moved up right there. Now, if you had it on your watch list, as soon as it broke above the white level, you would have got in on this nice, big, chunky move, and hopefully have made a profit. And so this is how I use the larger moving averages. This is how they inform my trading. This is how they inform my trading. And that's really all that I want to address for today. Now, I do use other trading trading indicators. The moving averages will be my number 2. If I'm going to list them in order of importance, I would say my levels. If I have only one indicator that I could use, I would use my levels, to my support and my resistance levels. And if I had a choice of a second trading indicator, then I would use the moving averages. Now, I wouldn't enter into my trades on the 50 EMA, and I wouldn't enter into my trades on these. I definitely would not. I would use them to inform me that the trend is heading up, or that there's going to be a major move. And maybe next week I'll talk about volume, because or maybe I'll make a checklist of some of the things I look at before I enter into a trade, because volume is key. I probably should have put the volume on the chart, because if I had the volume up on this chart, you would notice that there will be a lot of interest in that particular move, that particular coin. You would notice that there'd be a lot of the volume would be very high compared to the volume of the previous days. And these are some of the things that you'll look at to ensure that price is going to move in the direction you want it to move. It's important that it moves where you want it to move, because you don't want a big move in the opposite direction. And so I think at this point, I want to see how many minutes. Okay, 20 minutes. Okay, so like just to recap, these higher up moving averages are the moving averages that you use to inform you if there's going to be a big move. And we can see, especially if the market it has been in a particular trend over a period of time, especially a bearish market. Bearish markets, if you're a bearish trader, if you're a short trader, then you're always looking forward to a bearish market. But if you're more a bullish trader like I am, you're more into going long on positions, then a bearish market is a good thing, because think about it this way. The price of the stocks or the coins that you eventually will buy are getting cheaper and cheaper. So you need to know when the price is at its all-time cheapest so you can enter into the trade, because the only direction it's going after it's at its cheapest point is it's going up. And that's what your 50 EMA, your 100 EMA, your 150 EMA, your 200-day EMA, these larger EMAs actually help you catch that reversal. And I think I'll take questions from here on. Hi, how are you, Aiden? Aiden Wealth Club from Tanzania. Thank you. I received that. Thank you very much. So, how long have you been trading? I know how long Johnson's been trading, a month and a half. Welcome to this trading journey. I have been trading many years. But to be honest, I have been into the stock market for more than 20 years. So I've always, as long as I can remember, I was pretty young. I got into, buying shares and selling shares. But I actually became an active trader probably about 2017. How many years ago is that? 2017, maybe 2016, I became active where I could call myself a day trader. So I have been trading now for about, I don't know what that is, 4 years maybe. And I'm still learning. I have so much I need to learn. Why do I have so much I need to learn? Because I need to reduce my losses. I don't want so many losses. And in the past, I'd say a year, I've become more profitable as a trader because my wins get larger. I've been getting larger and my losses have been getting smaller, but I still get losses. And that's why I'm constantly learning, because I want to be able to eliminate my losses completely, which is almost impossible, by the way. But as a trader, you always want to be managing your losses. You want really small losses and you want huge wins. How are you, John Paul? It's good to see you. And where are you streaming in from? Any questions? I'm here to help you with your questions. I'm always answering questions on my Telegram group. So this live stream is an opportunity to just answer your questions live. So let's have them. Let's know the trading indicators that you use. I want to know the trading indicators you use. In the chat box. Oh, by the way, before you all go, hit the like button. It helps me rank better on YouTube. That's all it does, and which is good. Every YouTube creator wants to rank. The more I rank, the more other people can find my videos, and it just works better for me that way. So hit the like button. Let's know the trading indicators that you use, and let's hear your questions before I sign off. I always enjoy these sessions, to be honest, because sometimes the more questions I answer, the more I guess I learn too, believe it or not. How do you make that buy decision in actual trading if the candlestick you are using now is daily? Oh, that's a good question, Johnson. I don't enter into a trade on the daily. The only time I'll enter into a trade on the daily is for stocks that I'm interested in holding over a long period of time. Tesla is one of those that I'm interested in holding over a long period of time. I have a few stocks like that. And then coins, everybody should be interested in holding Bitcoin over the long term. So I pick up Bitcoin when after a bearish move. Remember when Bitcoin came down from 61K? Let me pull up my Bitcoin. When Bitcoin came down from 61K to 43, I want to say. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin and Tether. Bitcoin came down to, that was a while ago. I think it was around here. Oh, there it is. This is it. This is it. This is it. Bitcoin came all the way down to 43,000. That's when I picked up some more Bitcoin, and now Bitcoin is at 59. I don't even know where it is. Yeah, 59. I'm still holding the Bitcoin. Of course, it's more valuable. So in this situation, if you are planning to hold over the long term, then you can enter in on your daily. But I consider myself a day trader. And with day trading, you want to make profit within the 1 day period. The stock markets are open for what, 7 hours, something like that, 6-7 hours. And so I don't want to be trading all the 7 hours. So I want to make my profit within an hour or less, 5 minutes even. I've been in trades for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and I'm out of the trade because, you know, it was a boom, boom, boom. There was an upward movement, 5 minutes, 5-minute charts, 3 of them in a row, and I'm out of it. That's it. Let me go to, actually, I'm going to pull up Tesla because I traded Tesla on Thursday. I forget whether it was Thursday or Wednesday, where I was in that trade for such a short period of time because the stock just moved. It went my way, and I had I was holding a call option, which is equivalent of 100 shares. So that was good profit. Let me try and make these charts work in my favor. So this is the 5 minute. Okay. Oh, okay. So I see I traded it down here and I held my shares overnight. So every now and then I will swing trade, even though I don't like to swing trade, but when the signs are looking good, I will swing trade. And I held some stocks down here, guys. This was an awesome trade. I held my stocks down here, and the next day opened right here. So I mean, stands to reason that was a good trade. And as soon as the market opened, I sold, and as you can see, there was a lot of selling. So I'm on a 5-minute chart, and every candlestick represents 5 minutes. So to enter into a trade, I would open a 1 minute and a 5-minute chart, and I'd have them side by side. I hope it doesn't look too confusing. These are the indicators I do use when I'm trading. But because you did ask, and so let's look at the 1 minute. So I would enter in. Oh, look at this one. So this is nice. I love this. Just this part. You asked how would I enter into a trade. I hope you can see it. Actually, you know what? Let me just increase it. Let's stick with the 1 minute. But I usually will trade with the 1 and the 5 minute side by side. And this point here, right here, I have me a golden cross, and it's a 3 minute. My green is a 3 minute EMA. And my purple is the 8 minute EMA, because again, I trade over a short period of time. So I use the 3 and the 5. I think when I started off a couple of years trading options, the mentor I had introduced me to the 5 EMA and the 10. So the point is to have a shorter EMA, a shorter one and a longer one. And when the shorter one crosses over the bigger one, right at this white dot, you enter into your trade. And so I entered into the trade at 11:21. And how many minutes is this? 11 minutes. So I was in that trade for about 11 minutes and would come out. Again, you look at all the telltale signs. I mean, look at this candlestick and look at the volume. You got a lot of volume, a lot of selling volume. So it's time to kind of get out of this trade. And if you're not out of the trade at this point, then you're out of it at this point. Again, we have this, what we call a death cross. There's a death cross right there. I think I got it right here. So the death cross at this point, what's going on is the smaller moving average is crossing back down under the larger. The green is crossing back down under the purple, and it's time to get out of your trade. We have the green up here. It tells you there's the simple moving average, and the purple at the top tells you it's the 8-day moving average. And the yellow is the 20-day moving average, and that just gives me a ballpark figure of whether price action is above the 20-day or below. And again, that informs you as to what you want to do. For instance, down below the 20, price action is under all the 3 moving averages. I'm not going to get into a trade. No. Price action is right below the 3 moving averages. It crossed on the 3 and the 8. It crossed both of them crossed under the 20. I'm not in a trade. I could get into a short position, which I will do sometimes. Okay, any other questions? Hello, Margson. I need to visit your channel. Do you have a beauty supply, like a beauty plus channel? Hello, Urson. Remind us where you're streaming in from. I love to hear. I'm over here in New Jersey, which is right by New York. I actually don't like New York. I don't remember the last time I went to New York. Even though a train ride, a 1 hour, 15-minute train ride could get me into New York, but I don't like New York. I will go there when I have guests visiting and they want to go, and then, they want to go sightseeing. But New York is okay, but it's just not for me. Yeah, so I live in New Jersey, which is the state, one of the states alongside New York. So let's know about some of your trading wins or some of your trading losses. Believe me when I say you will learn more from your losses than your wins. Just believe me. The losses hurt when you lose, but never just let it go like that. Figure out what you did wrong. You got in too soon. You exited the trade too early. You exited the trade too late. You shouldn't have got into the trade. Figure out what went wrong. And then you use it as a learning point. Okay. If you don't have any more questions, then I'm going to call it a day. I'm so glad you all could join me. I hope you've learned a little something about how to use the, let me see if I can get back to that screen. I hope you've learned how to use the larger moving averages. So here it's okay. But these are the larger moving averages. These are the ones that you want on. It's important your charts don't get so messy and busy. So what I do is I set up different indicators on different charts. And so before I enter into a trade, I will check my RSI, click over to the chart that has the RSI indicator on it. Look at it. I will click over to the chart that has these large moving averages, make sure that price action is above the moving averages generally. So I would click on different price charts, and I would definitely have I trade with my support and resistance lines on the chart. And so if you don't know why it's important to have your support and resistance lines on your charts, I will just let me know, and I will send you a link to. I have a few videos about support and resistance, or you can go to my channel. I do believe I have a playlist that I uploaded maybe just a week ago. And in that playlist, it has 3 videos on support and resistance. One of the videos is a live stream, like an excerpt from a live stream on support and resistance, how I actually draw the support and resistance lines. And 2 of them are videos on how to draw the lines and how to use them in live trading. So make sure you get that. Your support and resistance lines, they help me reduce my losses. And that's how you end up being profitable. Thursday, I actually made 3 trades on Tesla. Three were profitable. Two of the trades were overnight swings, so they both were profitable. And then I made 2 more trades. One was a loss and one was a gain, but the gain was more than the loss. So all in all, over 4 trades, I ended up profitable, but I still had that one loss. Okay, so Johnson says, I have definitely learned a new thing today. I'm glad you have, but now you got to go work on it. Make sure you also have a demo account, some kind of paper trading account where you can practice the things you learn. Practice using your support and resistance lines, practice putting these EMAs on your charts, and look at how price action actually respects these EMAs. Price action respects. If I enlarge my Tesla chart, you can see that this is Tesla, right? Oh, I'm on the 5-minute. Okay. So let's see if I can get out of here and go to back to my daily. Clicking the wrong part. See, this is what happens when you trade over different. I trade different securities, and different platforms are different. So I have to remember what platform I'm on. Okay, so this Tesla chart. I mean, look at how price respected the yellow 150-day EMA. It's been dipping for 3 weeks. No, it was dipping for a month. Dip, 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 down, down, down. But it got to the 150 EMA and it attempted to go down. It even closed below it. But look what happened the next day. There's that beautiful bounce of the 150. It attempts to go up. It can't pass the resistance of 50 EMA. So it kind of hangs around, starts coming back down again. So that's probably over the space of 2.5 weeks, starts coming down again. And look, it respects your 150. This is how you know not to get into a short position the day before, thinking the stock will keep on going down. No, no, no. It bounced up. This is how you will know to begin to look for opportunities to get in to this position, because look, it's bouncing up. So at the start of this day, this green candle day, it would have been a short little, actually started off red. It started off a red day. You can see by this wick, it came all the way down. Price action tried to keep on falling below the 150, but the 150 is such a strong support level, meaning that there are lots of buyers and sellers at it, lots of buying and selling algorithms. The bots are buying, they're at that 150 EMA level, and they're programmed to buy, and that's what it means. So the sellers are trying to sell, but the buyers outnumber the sellers, and so price ends up moving up. Now you want to get in early in that day. You get in early in that move, you get in, and you're going to make a profit. Oh, Juliet, you're a Forex trader. Good to have you. Forex trading, cryptocurrencies, stocks, whatever you trade, futures, it's the same charting. We all need to chart to understand price action. So as a Forex trader, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to have, the same 50 EMA. You're going to have your support and resistances informing you as to which direction you want to go with your currency pairs. And hopefully, it's just one more aspect of trading that can help to make you more profitable in your trading. I'm glad to have you all, honestly. I really enjoy these sessions. I need to be a little more prepared, especially because I use different platforms, and because I'm now teaching, which is really what it is. I do more of teaching now. I have to be more familiar with my different tools because they're different on different platforms. So that can be confusing. Yes. So I think I'm going to call it a day at this point. So I wish you all, if there are no more questions, then that's okay. If you do have more questions, you can always get to me on my Telegram group. So, join the group. I have mainly cryptocurrency subscribers on the group for whatever reason. Cryptocurrency I do trade, but I really believe I consider myself more of a stock trader, and I'm more into derivatives on stocks. But I have a lot of cryptocurrency subscribers on my Telegram group, but still the principles are the same. So, and then again, it's a quicker way, I think, to get hold of me. If you ask me a question on the group, I get an alert straight onto my laptop. Now, if you do ask me questions on my channel, I do get hold of those, but I'm not as quick to respond to comments on my channel as I am to respond to them in my Telegram group. Of course, you can email me as well. And so I hope you've all enjoyed this session. I know I have. It's always a pleasure being here teaching and tutoring and coaching. I'm actually a tutor by trade. Actually, I'm an engineer by trade, a chemical engineer, but now I tutor kids. That's what I do. Chemical engineering was many, many years ago. And so I do enjoy it. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy. And I hope you've learned something. Yes, Julia, you have to keep on practicing support and resistance because it saves you. It saves you from entering in the wrong direction. Let's put it that way. Yeah. And so it's going to help you reduce your losses and increase your profits. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It is Saturday. Even in the East, I believe it should be Saturday night, Sunday morning. Whatever it is, happy Easter. So this is it. It is that time of year where we celebrate Easter, and I wish you all have a happy Easter. I'm looking forward to Easter tomorrow. We're going back to our church for the first time in 1 year. So we've been virtual, having Sunday services virtually. So it's nice to go back. And I hope some of you are able to go back to your various places of worship. And I will see you next week. And believing that you'll come back with some testimonials of how trading with these moving averages, support and resistance, have actually helped to inform your trading and helped you to come away that little bit more profitable. And I shall see you same time, same place next week.